Hey everybody, so I want to show you this really great way to mix major and minor pentatonic over blues. So here we are in the key of B. You're going to see me take an idea from B minor pentatonic, then move it down 4 frets, which puts me in B major pentatonic if I play the same pattern. And over standard blues this works. So first I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to share some riffs and explain how you could do this too and how it works. Check it out. Hey everybody, Gary here with Guitar Tricks, and like I said in this video, I'm going to share with you a really easy way to switch between major and minor pentatonic in the blues. Before we get into the lesson, please go ahead and click subscribe so that you get all of the latest and greatest content from Guitar Tricks, and if you want to be notified of any new lesson, be sure to tap the bell. So check this out. We're in the key of B, and we're playing a standard blues. So the chords are B7, E7, and F sharp 7. So the thing about these chords, these 7th chords, is they're basically like a B major chord, but with a minor 7th. So some of these tones are shared between both the major and minor pentatonic, and some of them are unique to one or the other. For instance, this minor 7th is in the B minor pentatonic scale, while also the root of the chord, of course, and the 5th. But the major 3rd, this note, is part of the major pentatonic. We have that one right here. Right, so when we play the major pentatonic, we highlight the sound of the major 3rd. When we play the minor pentatonic, we highlight the sound of the minor 7th, but we also play a minor 3rd, which is not in the chord, but it sounds bluesy and cool, and we could also bend it into that sound. So both just have a different flavor and both work on a standard blues. If I personally could only have one over a standard blues, it would be minor pentatonic, but bringing in those major flavors sounds super cool. So it goes a little deeper than that, but we can just pause right there. I'm just going to give you a trick. You use your ear to figure out what you like the sound of. So in order to play B minor pentatonic pattern 1, I start with my index finger, and from the low E string, using finger numbers, I go 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4, right? Now, in order to play that same pattern in major pentatonic, I just slide down 4 frets, and now my pinky goes to the root note, or the tonic, which is B, and now it's 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 4, 1, 4. And then I could close it out and play this 1, right? So B major pentatonic, B minor pentatonic. Cool, right? So what that means is I could play a riff in B minor pentatonic, like, and then just bring it down 4 frets. And it's gonna work, right? Or that would be, right? Same ideas, just moved between the patterns. Then there's this nice little box pattern that extends out of that main pattern, this right here. And that sounds nice to slide into. Right? And then I could do that down here. right? Same idea mixed between the two, but depending on the sound, I might slightly change the rhythm, slightly change how I start or end the riff, right? So let me just show you a few riffs to get you started. So here's one right on the middle two strings. So I'm sliding in to the 9th fret on the D string, then I go 7, 9, back to 7, then I bend 9, drop it down, then 7, 9, 7. So, and then I just bring that down 4 frets. Here's how that sounds. So I started to get carried away, right? Because I'm using that idea as a springboard, but then I could change the rhythm, change the notes a little bit, build off of it. So these tricks, these tools, these little riffs, they're not meant to just cut and paste on top of each other. They're meant to develop. They become your language, and then you say things differently every time you play, depending on how you feel, depending on what you're hearing, right? So there's the first one. Let's try a different one. So the easy way to play this second one is, so that one starts on the B string, 7, 10, 7, then 9, 7 on the G. Then on the D, 9, 7, 9, and then back to 7 on the G. So, but I like to go. Right, so that's a little more bluesy, where instead of playing this note, I bend up to it on the G string. So instead of going, I'm going. So instead of going, I go. I just don't play this note at all. I just bend up to it. And then it's the same. And then bring it down 4 frets. Let's hear how that sounds. Let's do it a few times. I'm going to develop it. And then let's take a look at sliding into that little box shape. So let's go. And then we come over here. So that one is on the 11th fret of the G string. Slide with your middle finger. Then 10 to 12 on the B. And back. Then 12 on the B, 10 on the high E, maybe give it a little bend, back to 12 on the B. Then we bend 12, bring it back down, and then 10, 12, 10. Or and then we play the same riff 4 frets down. Just move your hand 4 frets down. Let's hear that one. right, everybody, it's that simple. These are just sample riffs I came up with on the spot. You could come up with your own riffs. Just see what kinds of things you think work really well by moving between that major pattern and that minor pattern by just going 4 frets down. And of course, this works with all of the patterns. If you want to learn more about playing guitar, head over to guitartricks.com. There's a library of high-quality song lessons, step-by-step courses in blues, country, rock, guitar fundamentals, a guitar toolbox with chord finder, scale finder, downloadable charts, all sorts of great stuff. Happy playing, and I'll see you in the next lesson.